Kew Gardens is virtually the last home for many of the species of wild plant that die by the hundred each year. The Duke of Edinburgh, as president of the World Wildlife Fund, knows the danger of such destruction.
The wild plants of our world are in just as great danger as the wild animals. In fact, the disappearance of plants and forests is the immediate reason for the extinction of a great many animal species. In fact, I think it would be true to say that the world's human population is more directly dependent on plant than it is on animal life.
Wild plants are the basis of nearly half the drugs used in modern medicine, often discovered by accident in the remotest corners of the world. Like the poisonous plant used for centuries by Amazonian fishermen, it stops the fish's hearts, making them leap out of the water. A poacher's dream with enormous medical potential, as Professor Arthur Bell explains.
This is not only interesting from the point of the fish, it may be very interesting from the point of surgery, because one of the problems which surgeons have in operating on the heart is, of course, stopping the heart while you operate on it. And although this hasn't been developed yet in medicine, here is a compound which could potentially be used for stopping the heart during heart surgery, and then, if it's reversible, we can then stimulate the heart at the end of the operation and bring the person back to life, as it were, just knocking them out cold during the period of the operation.
This plant gave us the first ever contraceptive pill. The Mexican Indians had taken advantage of its properties long before Western scientists discovered its potential. But it's one of the thousands of plants on Kew Gardens' computerized danger list. The danger being that when the original species dies out, the scope for development dies with it. More hardy or more beautiful plants can only be developed from the original. Another plant almost lost from its natural habitat is the African violet, the symbol of the Wildlife Fund's plant campaign. But at least it's easy to propagate. Some other flowers aren't. Many species of orchid, prized for their beauty, were being irreplaceably stripped from the wild until the work of Mark Clements.
This is a plant, a species that was a slipper orchid that was discovered in 1965 in northeast Thailand and has literally been stripped out of the wild to the point of extinction. Last year there was only 3 plants they could find in the wild. And the solution to the problem is that people want orchids and they like to grow them, so we're trying to grow them from seed. And one of the ways is to grow them from a single seed. You can get lots of seedlings. And that's growing them with a fungus, and we're hoping to put some of these back in the wild.
A sought-after flower that may be saved from extinction thanks to scientific intervention. It's not often science takes the chance to pay nature back. The relationship tends to be more one-sided, nature being stripped to provide anything from motor oil to makeup. Plants can't protect themselves against man's greed, so unless care is taken, many species are doomed to extinction. As one botanist put it, we're spending our savings on destroying our source of income.